What's up, guys? So, on this particular video, we'll be discussing about Tawang in the month of March 2026, what you should be expecting in terms of the weather, the road condition, the places that you should be visiting, the amount of snowfall that you can expect, overall, what is the kind of gear that you need to be carrying for your trip to Tawang in the month of March, and is it a good time to be going biking to Tawang? So now starting off with the temperature, the daytime temperature in Tawang will range anywhere between 2 degrees to 10 degrees, while the temperature in the night will range from anywhere between, I would say, minus 5 to minus 10. So come prepared with plenty of woolen gear because the month of March is a winter month, and this time winter has arrived late. So by default, you can expect it to be extremely cold in the month of March, regardless of which time of the month you're traveling to in March. It's going to be cold, and you can expect it to be snowing in the month of March. It can snow throughout the month of March. Last year it snowed in the entire month of March and snowed in patches, so you can expect it to be snowing in Sela Pass and Bumla Pass any time of 2026 in the month of March. Now, the snow prediction, like I just mentioned, it is for the entire month because of winter being late. When you are traveling to Tawang in the month of March, the best way to plan your trip is to plan for minimum 6 night, 7 day trip, because the shorter the trip, the higher the probability of you missing out on places like Bumla or Sangastar in case they get closed because of heavy snowfall. If you have already booked your tickets and you're planned for a shorter trip of 4 nights, 5 days, or 5 nights, 6 days, all you can do is just pray and hope that everything goes smooth and the roads do not shut. The roads seldom shut to Bumla, but if it does not shut, it's because of a blizzard, and that's when the army avoids anyone from going beyond Pitaso Lake. That is the cutoff point. Now, the places that you should be visiting in Tawang is by default you should be visiting the Bomdila, you should be visiting Dirang, you should be also visiting in Tawang town, Tawang Monastery, the War Memorial, Buddha Park. So these are the key places that you should be visiting other than Bumla and Sangastar Lake. Now, because of Sela Pass, traveling to Tawang has become really easy because Sela Tunnel has opened up, and that allows you to get in and out of Tawang region without having to take the torrid road via Sela Pass in winter. So now, for those people who are planning on doing a biking trip to Tawang in the month of March, it's a very bad idea because it can snow, like I mentioned earlier, and riding on snow is going to be very difficult. The army will not let you go if the road condition is bad, because for them it's a bigger headache if something happens to you along the journey. So just do not even consider taking your bike to Tawang in the month of March. You can wait till maybe mid-April onwards till mid of June. That's the window period for taking the best ideal bike trip to Tawang in this quarter. Now, when it comes to the inner line permit, now remember Tawang is a northeastern state on the border of India, Bhutan, and China. So by default, you need a inner line permit which has to be obtained online. This inner line permit has to be done per person, and it requires you to fill in your details, upload of passport size photograph along with your email ID and phone number. It costs around 500 rupees for West Kamen and Tawang region, and this is a per person cost which you cannot bypass, because if you try to enter Tawang or Arunachal without a inner line permit, they will stop you at Balukpong and they will make you do it over there on the spot, and you do not want to waste your time and your co-passengers' time. So it's better to get it done online and avoid the hassle of getting caught at the border and then having to do it, because they're not going to let you in regardless of what without it. They check everybody's permit. Even for your accommodation and your Bumla Pass permit, you need to have your inner line permit. Without that, they will not issue a Bumla permit to you. Now, this inner line permit is emailed to you in the form of a PDF, which you can keep as a soft copy. You do not really need a printout of it, because today e-copies are accepted everywhere. Now, in Tawang region, Airtel and Jio have the best network, with Airtel being superior. Airtel has excellent 4G and 5G network in most parts of Tawang. It's only when you go to Bumla and Sangastar Lake on that particular day of excursion, your network will be off. So by default, tell your family members that you will not have network when you're going to Bumla and Sangastar Lake. But the rest of the entire journey, you will have excellent 4G and 5G network. Just carry a power bank with you, because in case there's a very high probability of electricity getting cut off in the night, and that's the time if you need to charge your gadgets, it will be a very big problem. Now, one of the premier reasons why people end up falling sick in Tawang in the month of March is because they want to have a bath twice or thrice a day, and that's the biggest problem. It's so cold that it's not advisable to have a bath every day. I would say having a bath once in 3 days is the perfect way to travel around Tawang in March without risking falling sick or getting a running nose or a fever. Not having a bath helps because that's when your body can stay warm and it doesn't have to fluctuate between temperatures of getting wet in your bathroom and then coming out and then falling sick because your hair is wet and your body is still cold. And now if it starts to snow in Tawang, just make sure that you have very good pair of shoes. Do not travel to Tawang with bad shoes which have no grip, because walking on snow with shoes without grip will be very very dangerous. You can slip and slide and fall anywhere. And the next thing that you definitely need is you need a very good jacket. Make sure that you have a good jacket which can withstand this cold temperature. Carrying a sleeping bag is something that I would personally recommend for all those who are traveling in the month of March. Sleeping bags help because they can keep you really warm. Even if you have a room which has a heater, electricity goes off. So by default, the heater is not going to help once the electricity goes. Hence, carrying a sleeping bag would work out really well. Carry your UV protected sunglasses because when the sun is out, it's going to be really harsh and the snow melting is going to really hit your eye. Carry a beanie, carry your gloves, and carry plenty of socks because once your socks get wet, you cannot use them again and it's not going to dry up in this cold weather. Remember that carrying shoes which are waterproof is a lifesaver because once your shoes get wet, it's going to be definitely a high probability of you falling sick. Now, the food options in Tawang are in plenty. Wherever you go, you'll get plenty of food options. Breakfast will cost you anywhere between 50 to 100 rupees, depending on how hungry you are. While lunch and dinner, you'll get their basic veg thali and non-veg and egg thali ranging from 80 rupees to 200, depending on what you want. There are plenty of Bengali eateries all over these dabas which serve you very good unlimited thalis from the costing like I just mentioned. So you can eat in any of these and fill up your stomach. If you want more luxurious food, you'll get it in most places because Tawang and the West Kamen region has really evolved with tourism. You'll find momos, you'll find tuppas, you'll even find places serving you pizzas and grilled chicken. So you can go there and have a snack if you want. Now remember that food in Tawang is not a problem, but just remember that most places shut very early. The last order I would say is by 7:38 in Tawang and in the West Kamen region. So make sure that you get to the restaurant latest by 7:30 in the evening, so you can have your dinner and not be stranded. The reason it's so is because the sun will rise in the morning by 5 o'clock and your days are very early. So be prepared to have a switch in your time zone, even though you're in India. Everything is at least 2 hours earlier in the northeast and especially in Tawang, which is so far east. So by default, be prepared for plenty of early morning wake ups and early to bed nights. Now, Tawang is a place which is extremely beautiful. You'll get to see over 100 frozen lakes in the month of March, which are glacial lakes. At the same time, if you are someone who's planning a trip to Tawang and are confused out about how to go about it, we do have a trip to Tawang in the month of March. We have 3 trips, in fact. You can click on the link in the description and you'll go straight to our website where you'll get all the details related to our trips. You can directly book from our website or you can contact our sales team from the WhatsApp option and they will guide you through the booking process. If you have any queries related to your own personal travel to Tawang, please do not call or WhatsApp us. You can leave a comment in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to resolve your doubts and queries. If you want to get on a call with us, it will cost you. It's a consultation fee of anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 rupees, depending on how much of time you want to spend with our executive. Now, Tawang in the month of March is a very good time for people who want to experience Tawang, which is less touristy, but at the same time has a lot of local flavor into it because in the month of March, the tourist crowd is less, but the overall experience because of the snow and the weather is fabulous. You'll get to see snow-capped peaks, you'll get to see frozen lakes, and at the same time, you'll get an experience of Tawang which the summer months or the monsoon months cannot deliver. So for all those who are planning and are considering going to Tawang in the month of March in 2026, go ahead, book your trip, book your flights first because booking your flights to Guwahati is mandatory. Remember, Guwahati is the start and end point of getting to Tawang. Even though Itanagar has an airport, the flights are pretty costly getting to Itanagar. So it's better to book a flight to Guwahati. So now till our next video for Tawang, stay safe, stay happy and stay blessed.